let's talk about how to set your Monstera up for success. If you're new here, welcome. I am a certified indoor plant stylist, and on this channel we love all things houseplants. Now, if you have a Monstera, or you've been thinking about getting one, these are great plants, but they do have some specific needs that you need to know in order to keep them happy and healthy. So let's go ahead and get into it. Number 1, we need to talk about light. So Monsteras do really well in bright, indirect light. That means that they want a spot that is not super sunny, so not in direct sunlight, but they want an area that gets a lot of natural light. A good rule of thumb is to think about the type of light that you would put a sensitive area rug in. You don't want to put an area rug that's really delicate in direct sunlight. You want it in a bright area that's indirect. Think of it like that with your Monstera. And yes, Monsteras can grow in low light conditions, but you will notice that they will grow much slower and they can get a little leggy and lanky. So if possible, try to find that bright indirect light. Number 2. The Monstera deliciosa does best in temperatures between 65 and 80 degrees Fahrenheit. So if you have a cold spot in your home, or maybe you have cold drafts during the wintertime from maybe a door or a window, just be mindful of that, because they don't do well in temperatures below 65 degrees Fahrenheit. Number 3, let's talk about water. So because Monsteras like it on the warm side, and they like bright indirect light, they're going to want to dry out a little bit more quickly. So you're going to want to check the soil moisture about every 2 weeks and water when the soil is mostly dry. But then also be mindful of the drainage hole. You don't want the pot to be sitting in water. You want to make sure that the soil has adequate drainage. So either you have a pot with a drainage hole or you have a well-draining soil. This is a common issue with Monsteras. They end up getting root rot because they're sitting in soggy soil or a pot that's not well draining. So just pay attention to that. I use the finger dip method to check the soil moisture, so I just stick my finger in the soil, get a feel for it, and if it feels dry, I know it's time to water. Number 4. Let's talk about humidity. So Monsteras like it a little more humid. If you live in a dry climate or during the winter time when we have the dry air from the heating systems, you may want to mist your Monstera or you may want to get a humidifier. And this is a great tip if you have multiple plants. You can put a humidifier in the room and it will help increase the humidity for all of your plants. Number 5. Now this is really important. You want to support the weight of the plant. So Monsteras have large, beautiful leaves and they can get pretty heavy, and the petioles or the leaf stems can get pretty long and they can end up turning over or wilting over time. So you want to make sure that you are either putting your Monstera in a pot that's sturdy and can support the weight of the plant, or you can even just hand water it from time to time. Just flip the pot upside down and let the water run through the drainage hole. That will help strengthen the petioles and help support the plant. And number 6, let's talk about food. So feed your Monstera during the growing season, which is typically spring and summer, with a balanced liquid fertilizer about once a month. Well, there you have it. Those are my tips for keeping your Monstera happy and healthy. Now, if you have any questions at all about your Monstera, please leave them in the comments below. I'm happy to help you out. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps me so much, and I'll see you next time.